it doesn't seem that long ago that we all sat around and we said, okay, when is basketball going to take the forefront? Because they've always had the talent. But now, as all those questions were swirling, the only question left is, are y'all buying the Nets as a true championship contender? Janae, I'll start with you.
I am buying them-ish. Because I think we still hold our breath with the Nets based on what we have. You know, New Year, same me, I'm still hedging.
And we love you for it.
You know how I do. But I would say this because we like to walk before we run when we talk about them. Based on what we've seen from the past years. Sure. But it seems like finally they've got it all together. And the most important aspect to this win streak is not just KD and Kyrie, but it's also the defense that they've been playing. And speaking of Kevin Durant, KD has really committed himself to the defensive end, helping anchor down that, rim protector, but also long and lanky deflections. That should not be understated as a part of his game this season, apart from also having a career year offensively. Then you've got to put in Nick Claxton, who's been solid, 12 and 8 for them. Royce, when he's playing, he's doing well. You look at the supporting cast, including Ben Simmons. They have an identity that is building defensively, where now during this win streak, they're 8th, whereas starting the year, they were like literally last in the league in defense. Right. And that's really been since they've had the coach changeover, where stability has been instilled.
Right, and you never expected them to be a perfect defensive team.
No.
But, you want to be up there in order to get to the point
Top
that we're
10,
talking.
You're going to have a chance.
Exactly. So, Perk, are you putting an ish on this? Are you in? Are you out? Where are you?
No, I'm actually buying. I'm buying.
All
and
right,
I know we didn't already
then.
crown the Celtics and we didn't already crown the Bucks, but the change, the voice, the change of voice as far as the leadership role in the locker room when you look at Jock Vaughn, and you got to give KD a lot of credit, right? He's playing the best basketball since I saw him in Oklahoma when he won the MVP for us in the regular season. He is really locked in on both ends of the floor. He's playing some of the best defense since I saw him play alongside Draymond Green. He has carried and uplifted Claxton. Here's another thing that we got to give KD credit for. When KD said, and he wanted to trade, or he gave the Brooklyn Nets an ultimatum, he said, you know what? It's either me or Sean Marks and Steve Nash. He held the organization feet to the fire. He made Sean Marks go out and get T.J. Warren. He made Sean Marks go out and get Royce O'Neal. He made them upgrade the roster. He also made them just make a coaching change, which has made the biggest difference in the world. Now you see Kyrie Irving, he's bought in. He just talked about the energy in the locker room. So I got to give all the credit, a lot of the credit, I should say, to KD, because while I was sitting up there saying about, them being drama, he knew what they needed to get to where they are right now, and that was change. And now they're in this position.
I've been buying this team since this team was put together with these two.
Go ahead,
and this was the first year that I didn't, because I thought that the drama would outweigh what we've all been waiting for. And I can gladly say that I'm wrong. And I feel like, and Perky, you can attest to this too, every night you want to feel like you have the best player on the floor. There's nights where they have the best 2 players on the floor, a lot of the nights. And the way these guys are scoring the ball, the way they're assisting, the way they're rebounding, they got 2 guys shooting 50, 40, 90. You know what I mean? So it's incredible. These guys are at the top of their game. And the role players are shooting the ball. You got guys like Mills shooting 53%, O'Neal shooting 51%, Harris 48, Curry 38. So what they're doing is their role players are shooting the 3 ball well, which is giving KD and Kyrie everything beyond the 3 and inside that mid-range area in the paint to eat with. So defense has definitely stepped up, which is important. They're in top 10 in defense and offense. And when you got the 2 best players on the court majority of the time, you always got to buy that.
Well, and that's what this team was constructed to be able to do. Brian, where do you fall on all of this?
Yeah, Malika, one thing I've been talking about with scouts and executives over the last week or so is, what is this Nets team? Is this run proving that they are the legitimate leader in the East, or are we still learning about them? One thing, no drama. No drama on the court, no drama off the court, no drama in the coach's office, and that's big. Secondly, they've been healthy, as Kyrie mentioned, as you heard a couple of minutes ago. Third, everyone's talked about their defense. Their defense has actually been getting better within this stretch. Like they've played better defensively the last 5 games than they did the first 5 games. So that's all very impressive. They have played a friendly portion of schedule, and that is holding some people back, as well as their penchant for creating drama. But I do think people are looking at this team and wondering, is this really going to last? And it's a big topic of conversation within the league right now.
It's also a topic of conversation within the organization. I chatted with someone there this morning who said, you know what, right now we're feeling pretty good. Everyone's happy to be here. We want to show up to work. This is looking really nice. But this isn't when we want this to happen. We want this to happen in April. We want it to happen in May. We want it to be playing into June. So can this be the momentum builder? They're beating the teams in front of them now. There's some cautious optimism that it could be, but...
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports, January 3rd, 2023. Let's get right into it. Before we get into basketball, I just want to say, sending thoughts and prayers to the Damar Hamlin family. Pretty shocking what happened yesterday, and the condition is he is still in critical condition. There has been no update, and hopefully he recovers from this. They did actually restore his heartbeat before he left the field, and then he got transported to a medical center. So again, thoughts and prayers to the Damar Hamlin family of the Buffalo Bills. Wishing you a speedy recovery. So let's talk a little the red hot Brooklyn Nets. Why do I mention the Brooklyn Nets? I wanted to say this for quite some time, but the thing is, it just, you notice this tide turning when, I think it was 4 or 5 games into Jacques Vaughn's tenure as head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. You saw what he was doing. You saw the Instagram clips of him doing what he did in the backstage, and you know how he coached. So I think that has resonated with the players of the Brooklyn Nets. Everybody is staying in their zone. Everybody is, playing their role. KD is a phenomenal athlete. He is the leader of the team, even though he doesn't speak. Kyrie Irving, no drama, right? Ever since that anti-Semitic post that he posted, and he apologized and whatnot, and the suspension, there has nothing, like no drama has been unfolded within the Brooklyn Nets. And they're on a 12-game winning streak. 12-game winning streak. I think they were like 11th spot 4 weeks ago. Now they're number 2. They're only 1 game behind the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics play the OKC Thunder tonight. They have to win tonight to separate themselves even further from the Brooklyn Nets, because Brooklyn Nets are coming. They are definitely coming for that championship. And you know, do you consider them a title contender? I think it's pretty safe to say yes. After seeing who, like, I know they played subpar teams in the last 4 or 5 games, but at the end of the day, 12 games is 12 games, and they're playing as a cohesive unit. So my question to you guys is, who the hell's going to beat these guys, right? They're on a 12-game winning streak. Who can beat the Brooklyn Nets? If you ask me, is it Boston? I don't know. Boston has to get their act together, because they're 5-5 in their last 10 games. And they lost to the Nuggets, I think, 2 days ago. They have a chance to redeem themselves by playing OKC Thunder. I know it's not Denver Nuggets, but you got to get on the winning page, and you got to get the chemistry going. They had it in early in the season, but they got to get together. So who can beat the Brooklyn Nets in the East? I don't know. It's phenomenal, right? Who can beat the Brooklyn Nets? Sixers are doing fairly well. They beat the Pelicans last night, even though Zion got injured. I think it was in I can't remember what quarter. He ended up with 26 points. CJ McCollum with 26 points as well. But Sixers, they're starting to pick it up a bit too. Boston, they need to pick it up. Bucks have slightly dipped in the standings, and the Brooklyn Nets are just on a roll. My question: who can beat the Brooklyn Nets? And, are they title contenders? Are the Brooklyn Nets title contenders? Leave a comment in the comment section. This is Jag from Jaggy Sports.